We have a special offering today, so I'd like to invite Dr. Josie Lehrer up to tell you a little bit about it.
Good morning, everyone. So it's an honor for the Men's Story Project, which is described a bit in the order of service, to be the beneficiary of today's offering. And I'd like to tell you a little bit about the project, and I'm happy to also talk further with folks after the service. But what is this project that is about men's stories? Why does it exist? So I'm a public health researcher and practitioner, and for the past 20 years or so have been doing different kinds of work in rape crisis centers, HIV support groups with young gay men and trans women, violence prevention and response work in different parts of the world. And a core contributor to many different forms of totally preventable pain and suffering in the world that us human beings deal with has to do with stereotypical, harmful narratives about what it supposedly means to be a man in different settings, and how men can or should be in relationship to themselves and others. And so, on the one hand, men and boys themselves are fundamentally beautiful, full-spectrum human beings, capable of the full spectrum of human emotion and nurturing and giving and vulnerability and care and vibrancy and all kinds of interests and forms of expression. And then we have social ideas about masculinity, these more limiting or narrow framings that men and boys often encounter that foster, if they're adhering to them, or if they're on the receiving end of bullying or hazing, or, it can foster harm in terms of problems that are preventable, like intimate partner violence, homophobia, transphobia. We see it in men's higher rates of suicide, school shootings, gender inequality writ large around the world. All kinds of preventable problems that are really rooted in hearts and minds, and social ideas about gender, also racism, ableism, all kind of mixed up in a brew that we need to be able to talk about and unpack and untangle, and challenge and transform. And so the Men's Story Project is an initiative where we work with college campuses and nonprofits and other groups to create very bold, live storytelling productions where groups of men and folks who identify with masculinity in any kind of way publicly share their own personal true stories that take a critical look at how they themselves were taught, raised, pressured, socialized to be as men, give thanks for sources of beauty and love in their life, challenge the ideas about masculinity that need to be challenged, and also challenge those intersecting forms of oppression that also need to be challenged and eradicated. So this work is spreading. Every time we do these productions, people say this needs to continue. And I'm just really grateful to the church and to all of you for your support of this work, which has been spreading throughout the US, Chile, where my family is from, and Gaza and the West Bank some years ago, Canada. We want it to just continue spreading. So again, thank you. And in terms of the charitable support, the instructions are in the order of service, but you're welcome to write a check with the special offering in the subject line, or using the QR code, or there's also the website for the project included in the order of service. So, and we'll also be doing a forum on this project in April here. So I look forward to sharing more with you and being in dialogue with you then about this content. Thank you.